Hey folks, it's Nate. Thanks for joining me at the art table again today. I'm back with your weekly writing vlog, and I really don't have a whole lot to say this week. I have been working on a submission for Anvil Magazine number 3, and I kind of hit some writer's block. I thought I was on a pretty good roll at first, but I don't know. I just kind of spun out after about 500 words of revisions, give or take. I think I've taken a break from that. I'm working on a little something different, and I've probably gotten 500 to 1,000 words of that done. And I don't know if I continue being able to write that and not being able to make any headway with the revisions I'm working on, I may wind up submitting what I'm working on right now instead. I don't really like throwing something together in the last week, but sometimes it's what you got. And when you can finish one thing and not another, finish the thing you can finish. Really, really sharp, insightful writing advice right there. I'm not a big believer in writer's block or spending a lot of time coming up with ideas, as I've mentioned before. But when I am kind of stuck at a point, it is what I do to work on something else and try and puzzle through that thing that I'm stuck on in my free time, or at least the time when I'm not thinking a whole lot with the story part of my brain. You know, when I'm at work working on something, um, those kind of ideas tend to fall in place there. And so, yeah. And it's entirely possible I may not pull anything together by the submission deadline. I think that's okay. I've submitted to the first two Anvil magazines. I don't think I have to submit to every one. You know, sure, 4 short stories a year, not a high hurdle. But I have a lot of other stuff that I do. And I figure, no point beating myself up if I can't hit a particular deadline. I did, after all, already write my pants off last month to hit that Sursova deadline. So, you know, there are all kinds of different things you want to do in life. You don't always get to them, and I think that on the whole, finishing some of the bigger stories that I'm working on, like A Candle in the Wind, are bigger priorities. Sure, Anvil Magazine is a great way to spread word around and hopefully get some exposure. And of course, it does pay, which is nice. But ultimately, I would like to put together some anthologies of these short stories that I've written, and finishing out a novella like A Candle in the Wind to put in that anthology is an important step as well. This is not a win lose scenario, in my opinion. It is more a question of getting done what I can get done and ready in a condition I think is ready for publishing uh, as my capacity allows. And when I'm already a person who tends to work on 2 to 3 projects simultaneously, and when one of them stalls out and you already have a lot of bandwidth eaten up, it is, in my opinion, the best thing to do to set aside what is stalled and work on something else. If you just beat your head against that, you're probably just going to wind up spinning out on the other things you're working on rather than doing anything productive. Anyway, yeah, other writing projects are grinding forward apace. Candle in the Wind is almost done. I think I have probably 2 chapters, if you count the epilogue as a chapter, which when I'm writing, that's generally how I allocate my time. Epilogues are just another chapter in the scheduling there. So, yeah, probably about 2 weeks to finish that up. And then we will start looking at some essays. I am planning to travel sometime in the next couple of months. Um, Details on that. As usual, when I travel, I will announce after I'm back, just because that's how I roll. But other than that, not a whole lot going on. I think I'm in pretty good shape. I am looking forward to that vacation that I have coming up, and I think I will be in a pretty good place to take that vacation once it rolls around. So that's where things stand this week. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. There's a like button and a subscribe button down there. You can use those as you see fit. I'll talk to you later.